Today's video will be short and sweet as we make our way to an event called SR Heritage, a celebration of the cars that have the SR20 power plant that we all know and love. Right as Josh from our last video is getting ready to head back to America, Yusuf got a last minute invite to be one of the 2 display cars for Origin Lab with Ryosei's Red S15. Peep the old school Origin sticker. If you know, you know. Wow, that's a really odd sounding SR20. Hey, wait a sec. Since this event has both car show and drifting, I decided to pick a favorite in each row of the car show. I may or may not share all of my personal picks, but the variety of cars would make my decisions difficult every once in a while. From JGTC cars to spaceships and a group of cars I've been waiting to see in person since I've been into drifting. Yes. Among many more. As usual, welcome to another video of Thrash, and we hope you guys enjoy this one. So we have made it to SR Heritage out here at Okiabuki. We got ketchup and mustard. We're gonna zap your dumbass. If you guys get that joke, you're just as old or older than I am. Right now, it's pretty empty. Everybody's still setting up. We're gonna be hanging out with the Origin booth guys. But there's some cars that are here kind of early that I've been wanting to see in person for a long time. So of course we have the 326 power cars, the cars that pretty much have been living in my head rent-free since I got into drifting and since Haraguchi's, you know, iconic fucking slam-styled FC that used to run D1 back in the day. But everybody talks about Haraguchi's FC, but one of my favorite cars is their S13 coupe that had like tribal on the side back in the day. I'll see if I can find a picture and throw it up if I can find it, but that was my favorite car when it came to 326 power. I forgot what the name of the spoiler is, but this style is way bigger than I actually thought it was. It's actually quite wide and really, not tall, but like long. As you see, we got the hatch right here and the red S15's over there, but I don't want to go near it because somebody's inside of it. And it's looking like it's going to be a cool day because Yusuf and AG know what they like, right? And I know what I like. And I'm not a respect all builds kind of person, but I'm definitely a, you can do whatever you want with the car, but it depends on the execution of it all. You can have the coolest body kit, you can have a BN blister kit for all you want, but if your shit is 5,000 feet off the ground, battleship's level of sunken wheels, no. Just no. But when you have something a little balanced where you have styling and just every cool factor you can put together and put it together nicely, I can appreciate the car. As one cool car after another poured into SR Heritage, from your subtle to slam to crazy to wide to like this car that I swore I recognized from Gran Turismo 4. Wait a second, oh my god, it is! I didn't have cell phone service at the event, leave me alone. There was one car that really grabbed my attention because of how much I didn't expect to see a car like this at this event. Because this one's pretty much the most extreme car here, because we're talking about an S13 coupe that has been fucking body dropped. I've been oogling and boogling my eyes at this thing there ever since I seen it for the first time when we pulled up, and I was like, this guy's tucking 15s in the rear on stock metal, until you take a look on the inside and you realize that the trans tunnel is moved up, and then the floor is moved up, and then the rear is moved up, and then the rear is cut, and then the front is cut. Everything is amazing. Soon after the car show area began to get situated, it was time for the drivers meeting for the drift portion of the event to get started. After seeing a couple of familiar faces, hearing the usual do's and don'ts of the event, it was time to watch Yusuf get some drifts in among many other clean cars on the course. Hey dog, where you going? Me? Yeah, you. Time to go drive. Dana. 万象店
Wait a second. Where is Yusuf?
So in typical Thrash fashion, bolts came off the manifold, and Toshi decided to do Toshi things as usual.
Yeah, I was like, dude, there's no tires left, fuck it.
Of course. The worst part is, anybody who watches Toshi drive pretty often saw it coming. Not because he was like driving terribly or anything, but it was clearly that the tires were done on the rear, and then it was too much, and he pinballed pretty much, not off this wall, he pinballed off this wall right here, and hit the rear, and got sucked in to hit the front. Unfortunately, Toshi wasn't able to replicate his experiences at Mahon because the car actually broke a knuckle and an axle this time around. In Yusuf's case though, he was able to fix his manifold as some bolts backed out from the manifold, but by the time he got it ready, it was lunchtime as the JGTC cars came out for a quick demo. Why can't you guys just be normal? Excuse me. Hi. It's your turn now. What did you do?
I zagged when I should have Zuka zagged.
While Yusuf was getting his tires changed and assessing the very minimal damage, I decided to go into the car show area and pick some of my favorites while I had some free time. Let's see, we got S15, S15, S14 Koki, Koki again. Ooh. Oh, I already see it. I already see it. I see the car that is probably my favorite in the lineup. This 180. This 180 is beautiful. Look at this. It's like tucking, like, what is it, 19s or 18s? Now, I will never deny that I love my slam cars. I always forget what like the convertible name for the S15s are. I don't know if I really have a favorite in this line. Oh, nope, I lied again. And yet again, I see a pattern already forming here. And it's another 180. However, I think this is a Type S or Type X or whatever. It has like the old school LM GT4s. These are like the original like Nismo wheels from back in the day. You guys have seen them on the R34s nowadays on the LM GTs. I think that one in particular is just very era correct, kind of following the trend even till this day. And of course, a trend that's never gonna leave is Itasha. There's both S14s, Zenki and Koki. I'm a Zenki fan, although Kokis are nice. I just like the smooth look of the front. I don't know what, Kinkoi, Golden Lover something. I'm scared to put that in a search, but damn, this S15 is really nice. I feel like S15s are too easy. Me and Toshi were talking about it before. Like, if you don't like S15s, there's something wrong with you. As Yusuf went to change his tires, I went to go check on Toshi to see if it was possible at all if he would get back on track. He did make it back, but wasn't sustainable enough as the axles just kept disintegrating every time he went out. As I would make my way back to the car show, seen some noteworthy cars like this FD-RX-7 that abandoned its rotary roots in exchange for 4 holes of glory. Which, funny enough, this wouldn't be the only rotary car that swapped out for an SR, as this RX-8 did the same thing as well. Passing the FD, I would come across this endlessly vibrating red S15. The vibrations weren't coming from a crazy motor setup or a Lopi cam or anything, but it was coming from its banging sound system. This one gave me those like Need for Speed, Underground, or Hot Import Night vibes, as the car had a range of custom fiberglass parts, small details, and a pleasant aesthetic, making it a really nicely rounded car. Going to the complete opposite of the spectrum when it comes to styling of the cars here, these 15-inch baddies were going hard in subtlety. The 180 was repping a USDM pick nose, USDM taillights, Enki 92s, and a tasteful whale tail, being probably one of the most error-correct cars here. But this cream two-tone directly next to it would steal my Shakotan heart. Going with even less than the 180 has, but even fulfilling that less is more approach on pink socket of wheels, and just like the 180, had a nice bit of sidewall. Unlike drift events, this wasn't the only small car wheels that were at the event, like this other cream coupe on Impul G5s, to this pink coupe on Longchamps, to this gunmetalish coupe on Equip 03s, to this red coupe on Equip 01s. Going to all these drift events over the years, it's easy to forget that there's more cars out there than just drift cars, and having something like this reminds you that there's pretty much something for everybody to enjoy, even if you're looking out to find a cosplay salaryman in a completely stock coupe. As some of the show cars and track cars began escaping the event to avoid the crowds, it was clear I needed to wrap up my favorite picks and made my way back to drifting. While doing so, I found a very energetic group that was egging everybody on to tap the wall, and I don't know what it was, either them egging them on or the time running out to drive, but things got a little crazy. So what happened today?
We got a last minute invite to be at the Origin booth at SR Heritage. And I drifted my car and it was great. I mean, it's cool to, I don't know, have a bunch of people be all woo-hoo. Yeah, this whole part was really fun. Gallery corner, if you will.
Would you come back and do Heritage again?
Yeah, if I had more preparation too, because it'd be cool to have my own booth. Like this was like so last minute that I had one seat. and 2 steering wheels. But Haraguchi came over and looked at my car and was like touching the seats and stuff, and he's like, oh, he's saying something, but that was pretty cool.
I know you didn't have that much time to look at the vehicles that were here.
I saw them loading in. When you've been into cars, especially these cars for so long, it's like, you just look and then look away. I don't know. I'm not really like, oh my God, look at the old Koenigs. Those are the same ones Miki Ryuji had on his S14. It's the same blue. And then just like, yeah, okay. I appreciate what all these people do, but wrong person. They're all cool. I would drive all of them. But I understand, like, it's just not the same as before, because before this car, you could probably buy it for like 3,500 bucks as is. Now that car is like probably like 12, 13 grand.
Sign off.
Well, it was fun. I hit a fucking flagpole and broke my bumper and smacked my wing. Always smacking something, but it's cool. Time to load up the car and go home and eat food and be warm and play video games, because that's what I'm gonna do.
And just like that, SR Heritage was over. Like I said, this was going to be short and sweet, and this event went by with little to no problems. So this was such a nice change of pace. This was a nice break from our drift-only events and just able to admire cars coming in and out of the event and just have a good time. So as per usual, thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.